about minus 50 to minus 20 degrees Celsius here in Montreal. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. It's a Sunday. I feel wonderful, nice peace and calm. I'm elevated internally, and because I feel elevated internally, this world will be a better place. You got to think of it logically. So, or just even emotionally, just from our experience. When we feel good internally, how does our outside world look or feel for the most of us? We can be the most shittiest, coldest scenario like now, and guess what? We'd only see it in a positive way. How many times have we been in a negative mood, just a bad attitude about something, and we weren't just happy? We were completely ungrateful in terms of the job we had. Many times with me, I've been really jacked as fuck, lean as hell, strong as fuck, physically, but mentally, 1 week, emotionally 1 week, spiritually corrupted. Drugs and alcohol got involved, and it changed my behaviors, which aligned me to the person I admire to be. Every time I used to break my word, even to now, it doesn't matter when, it created internal discomfort, negativity, and then I couldn't operate at my day at full capacity. Eventually, I realized my disappointment, my anger, I wouldn't say rage. You can see internalized rage. I couldn't build a proper relationship with the people around me. People can sense that, even if it's like minute. Just try it out yourself. Every time you break your word in anything, no matter how small it is, look how people interact with you. They're just less positive. So I realized to make this world a better place, I got to make myself better. Internally, my internal world has to be better. It's a must. It's not even like, well, it's an option, but there's a price to action to every decision we make. So you have the option of not doing things that's going to make you grow. And that's the thing that makes us feel good as a human being, is whenever we're growing. All areas that we are basically guided from above, it's on our minds. Those thoughts are coming to our head. And then are we following through with it? If not, our heart knows what's the truth. Our heart knows exactly what we do need to do to love ourselves. And once we love ourselves, everything else around us will feel the love. It's a service. This personal development it's a must. This whole universe is growing, it's moving. If we're not moving and growing with it, we're gonna feel the pain. Strength is not an option, it's an emotion. Actually, it is an option. If you decide to do weak things, we're gonna feel it, including myself. Sometimes we gotta deal with internal traumas and issues that were passed on from family to family. But the funny thing is, pain is always guiding us to go towards it. When we avoid it, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, it causes even more pain. When we understand what pain is actually doing, and once we have a relationship with regards to pain, then we understand how to approach it. I did that mistake when I used weed and marijuana to mask a few of my pains. A lot of it was financial. It caused more of a problem, caused more chaos. But because I came out of that pain, I understood what was going on. It allowed me to amplify towards the person I admire to be. And then I guarantee anything that was just a massive insecurity, that was really painful, you just jump up a higher, even level, because it forces us to go deep within our hearts to understand what the fuck is going on. When we're not growing, we're just stagnant, we're not changing, it causes a rift. So everyone has an aspect of their life they need to change. It could be their physical appearance, and that's one of the quickest way to build love and just joy and just enthusiasm. When you can be in a fucking gunshot, a robbery, and if you're enthusiastic, you're probably the last one that's going to be attacked. When we're in a negative state and a negative person is negative, it causes more problems. Think about times like I can remember so many times that I was disappointed or just negative, and I just reacted emotionally incorrectly, and it caused more problems around me. Anything that I've ignored just that went against my world became worse. There was a time I was once doing Uber Eats. I swear to God, I hit such a flow level, and you can tell. After each delivery, I get a tip. I was amplifying so much, just radiating energy to my surroundings. It was like after like a 12 or 14-hour bike ride nonstop with a 1 speed in the winter, not as cold as this. And I noticed my tips. It was just tip. It was like 12, 15 in a row. And I was amplified, but there were times I smoked weed and I did it. Guess what happens? Guess how many people tipped me? 0, maybe 1. So that's when I realized I control my internal state. When I control my internal state, the world within me, everything around me senses it. And when they sense it, you uplift them. So when I learned is, if I want to make this world a better place around me, my room, anything that I feel like is a problem, I realize the problem is me. Maybe there's actually something genuinely wrong with our surroundings. The problem's still me, because why are we not leaving it? Do you see what I'm saying? It takes strength. Maybe you don't have the confidence, maybe you don't have the confidence yet, or the strength or emotional strength to leave, or just risk moving out or doing something. And I lived there. I was living in my parents' house when I was basically recovering from my fucked up neck, my proposal, my financial chaos, and just the huge mess that I made. And my addiction. When I wanted to move out, I had a lot of people saying, don't do that, get a proper job. Or tell me their vision in terms of what they thought of me. But when I followed my heart, I built the strength, confidence back up. Even though I had a fucked up neck, I managed to kind of build my confidence back up. And I took the risk. I moved to Montreal with a one-way ticket. Best decision I ever made. I listened to my heart. I stopped listening to my mind. My ego was trying to prevent me from doing that. And eventually, after a certain point, when I built the strength, emotion, courage, I was able to rise above the negativity and limitations, and I was able to take action. And I followed my heart. I knew for a fact if I was put into this situation, I'll figure it out. Okay? So if we all, just for your own experience, I'm just giving an example to make this world a better place. This whole point is to prove by just me following through with the daily habit, which is going to make me the person I admire to be. It's going to amplify the feeling within me. Even if I'm just in a foot pile of snow that's this high on my knees right now, everything around me is in snow. My feet are in snow. I'm sitting on snow. This bench is basically covered in snow. You guys can't see it. I'm going to put it on my Instagram later on just to give you an idea. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I feel great making this video. Why else would I do this? Do you think I'm making this video for me? Partially to make me a better person, but in the end of the day, it is selfish because I'm making myself a better person. It's helping me, but my reality structure around me is going to change. So it starts with me inside, then the world around me changes. People are going to be inspired to take action. They're going to change. Their energy is going to change. Their relationship towards me is going to change. I'm building a strong character. I'm building the character I admire to be. And people respect characters, not ideas. So that's more so what I'm focusing on. And all character traits are habitually aligned towards basic actions that we got to follow through, or just actions we got to avoid. So just a little tip. If you want to change your external surroundings, start changing your internal surroundings, because there's a major reason why you feel that internal energy. If it's negative, go within your heart. We feel it within us. And peak physical performance, or anything that creates growth within towards us or the people around us, even if they don't like us. You can put me in a room with 10 people who generally don't like me or hate me, but by my conduct, my positive enthusiasm, I can make the majority of people like me or love me. And that's powerful. I've done it so many times. There are some people who just generally don't like you. They're going down their own rabbit hole. But I don't focus on going, they're taking me down with them and everyone else around them. And you got to understand that's just life. So all I can do is focus on me being the best person I can be, not breaking character, not being in a bad mood, helping other people around me, servicing them, just being an inspiration for the most part. I know exactly in terms of the person I need to be. When I fall through with that, it just radiates positive energy, regardless of how much sleep I get. I can sleep with a clear mind. And when I can sleep with a clear mind, I don't need much sleep. Okay? So just a lot of love. And a lot of guys that struggle with some mental health issues or depression. You guys hate your life, hate your surroundings, want to move out of your parents' house. Financial turmoil, chaos, abuse. This is it. Just complete peace. It's earned. Positive mental attitude is earned. Love is a verb. Just remember that. Okay? Love yourself first. Personally develop the person you want to be, mind, body, and soul. By doing something that's hard physically in the morning, you really tap into that state. It elevates us. And when you eat the right food, which is both energy, movement's energy, and food is energy, when you apply the right amount that amplifies our body, it changes us physically, mentally, spiritually. And you start your day like that. There's no trauma in a positive mindset and peak physical performance. It takes a mindset. Okay? Lots of love. I'm going home before I freeze.